welcome you to this broadcast of boys varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium where the Parkway Panthers will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Along with Scott Fry, I'm Dave Kanapke. It's our pleasure to bring you this MAC contest between Parkway and Minster. Parkway on the season, 0-3, coached by the veteran coach Doug Hughes, but he has a very young team, Scott.
He does. 2 guys returning, 3 returning lettermen, 2 returning starters, and the key returners, Fletcher Smith and Trent Rollins. So we'll look for something big out of those guys tonight as Minster welcomes them in here. I don't know if this is the Den, the Wildcat Den.
They don't really have a name.
Yeah,
no.
Minster Gymnasium. Parkway is on 0-3 on the season. They've got losses to Wayne Trace, Crestview, and Fort Recovery. So looking to get going, as they say, here in the early going of the season.
Yeah, but they have a couple players that are scoring in double figures there.
Yeah, Trent Rollins, I mentioned earlier, he hung 15 on their opener. Wayne Trace, he averages 10.3. Caden Berry dropped 18 in a loss to Fort Recovery, who's, by the way, undefeated so far. But Caden also averaging 10.3, and then right behind them, Trevor Stearns averaging 9. So they can score some points. Be curious to see how that goes tonight.
And the home team tonight, the Minster Wildcats, 1-3 on the season. They beat Houston to start with, and they lost to Russia, Botkins, and then Walpock in overtime. The big news in Minster is unfortunate news, as their leading player, Brogan Steffi, had hip surgery yesterday. They say he might be at the game tonight to watch, but unfortunately he's out for the basketball season.
That's tough.
Should be at 100% by the time. He had his surgery now, so he'll be at full strength by the time football.
Ready to go for football. Such an exciting young athlete, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you hate for any kid to get injured in sports, but when you lose probably your most athletic guy, man, that's painful.
Yeah, so they try to step up from that. A very young team, only 1 senior, only 3 seniors, only 1 junior. They have a whole bunch of freshmen that'll be starting tonight. So Michael McClurg in his 7th year. He's done a nice job with this program the last 6 years before that. So the bottom 2 grades, the freshman grades and the sophomore grades, they're good basketball grades. So they're going to probably take their lumps this year, but you learn this year.
Pipeline's looking good.
Yeah.
Future's looking good. Brogan's just a sophomore, so any luck that he gets healed up, everything's good, and you'll get 2 solid seasons out of him.
So right now the leading scorer for the Wildcats is sophomore Cole Richard. So also James Niemeyer is coming off injury. He was able to play in the Walpock game.
Another Niemeyer.
Yeah, the last
Seems
Niemeyer.
like there's been a couple of them through here, Dave.
Few of them. So we will take a break now. Pause for the national anthem. We'll be back with the starting lineups here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique.
in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back here to Minster Gymnasium. They'll announce their officials tonight. Ben Kramer, followed by Kevin Mangus and Kevin Smith. Give these guys a round of applause. We need these gentlemen.
Tough gig, man.
Yes. So now for the starting lineups. First for Parkway Panthers, 0-3 on the season. 6'1" sophomore Trevor Stearns. Averages 9 a game. And number 12, a 6' junior, Fletcher Smith, averages 2 points a game. Caden Berry, number 23, 6'1" junior, averages just over 10. Followed by number 32, 6'3" junior, Trent Rollins. And number 45, the only senior on the team, 6' senior, Bryce Stearns. These are our Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups. Head coaches Doug Hughes, assisted by Zach Page, Drew Luganville, and Cord Smith, and Jeff Boyer. Now the Minster Wildcats, as they will dim the lights.
First time I did a game here, Dave, they did that, and I was in trouble. As it gets dark in here.
Yep. Try to set the atmosphere here. They will start two freshmen, 2 seniors, and a sophomore. So we'll run through the lineup. Number 14, Dylan Watercutter, 5'7" senior. Again, these are the Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups. Number 20, Logan Cooney, a 6'2" senior, just under 6 points a game for Cooney. Next is James Niemeyer, 6' sophomore. Wasn't able to play the first 3 games back last week. And starting number 30, Cole McClurg, a 5'10" freshman, 3 points a game. And then a big guy in the middle, big freshman, 6'7" freshman. Cole Albers averages 7 points and 7 rebounds. Head coach is Michael McClurg, assisted by J.J. Woolmeyer, Logan Summers, Kurt Albers, and Roger Bokey. So the lineups are set. Now is our time for Keys to Game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Scott, let's start with the Panthers.
Absolutely. Talking with Coach Hughes before the game. 3 keys to a win tonight against Minster. He wants to win the rebound battle versus what he says is a very physical Minster team. Also wants to get off to a quick start on offense. And then he says, and it's going to be kind of the same for Coach McClurg, he needs his inexperienced players, the young guys, to step up and play a key role.
And now for the Wildcats.
And we got 4 keys from Coach McClurg. Keep Rollins and Smith under 10 points. So keep those guys under their average. Keep the guards out of the paint with their dribble drive. Handle the ball well. Don't turn it over. And then finally get more points. Get points in the paint.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Pass underneath to Watercutter. He able to get his own rebound, but loses it. So Parkway with their first possession. Trevor Stearns, 6'1" sophomore, bringing the ball up for the Wildcats. So they work it around. There's a 3 by Berry. Long rebound comes out to McClurg. Cole McClurg, the freshman. Looks like he's the point guard. That's the other thing with Brogan Steffi, who's not only the leading scorer, also the point guard. So those are...
Yeah, that's tough when you lose your quarterback, so to speak, and he's actually a quarterback on the football team. That's a tough loss.
McClurg shot off to Niemeyer, battling for the rebound, able to come up with it. Sophomore tries to drive. Nice steal there by Caden Berry.
Well, it's just like Coach Hughes said. He wanted to battle for rebounds. So far, Minster winning that battle.
Turnaround shot there by Rollins. Rebound by Albers. Wildcats back on the attack. Watercutter. McClurg with an NBA 3. Rattles around.
Man, that was a long one. That was almost out from Egypt.
We had one from Fort Laramie in the JV game. So
yeah, he did.
Drive to the hoop by Trevor Stearns is fouled. Foul on Logan Cooney. So Trevor Stearns, 6'1" sophomore, averages 9 points a game. Only one senior on this varsity squad. Nothing but net on the first one.
Boy, checking out Cole Albers, Dave, the 6'7" freshman. I think we get you up on my shoulders. We don't even add up to 6 feet 7 inches, man.
His nickname has been, growing up, they always called him Shaq. He was big early, and he's 6'7" as a freshman. That's a
good sized young man.
Yes.
Wouldn't want to have to manage his grocery bill.
His father is one of the assistants for a long time on this for Coach McClurg. He's probably 6'3", 6'4", and his mother is pretty tall as well, and they get it down to Albers. And there's a foul on the...
Yeah, I think they got Bryce Stearns. Yeah, they sure did. On a hold.
So it'll be Minster ball. McClurg. Nice pass underneath to Albers. Give the assist to McClurg. 2-2 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, Think First, our longtime scoreboard sponsor. Barry, pull-up jumper. In and out. Rebound there was Rawlings. Ball goes out of bounds off of Minster. It'll be Parkway ball.
Good look that time for Parkway, but unable to find the bottom of the rim. So far, their points have come at the charity stripe.
2-2, along with Scott Fry. I'm Dave Kanapke. Glad you're joining us here on NKTelco Sports as we stream this game. 3-ball by Trent Rollins.
Well, they did a nice job of taking advantage. Minster's defense got really deep in the Parkway front court following the ball, and they left Trent Rollins all alone out there.
Minster breaks the pressure. Corner 3 by Cooney, and there's a foul on the rebound. Referee Kevin Mangus says it's a foul here. We're going to stay on this end.
That'll be Rollins' first foul. Second team foul for the Panthers.
So inbounded, it will be McClurg. Gets it back from Albers. Back to Cooney. Thought about a 3. There's a long 3 by McClurg. Long rebound goes to Albers, and another chance for the Wildcats. McClurg and Albers, the two freshmen in the lineup. Albers, left-handed shot, rolls off, soft touch. Stearns trying to push the tempo. Tried to go up and under, and that's stolen away, but now stolen back by Parkway. Drive to the hoop by Smith. I think Albers got his hand on that.
I think that was a good block by Albers, and then pulled the rebound down.
Quick passing around. Niemeyer's open for a 3. Not able to knock it down.
Boy, great ball movement. Good transition coming down. Good look for Niemeyer, just unable to finish on that 3 ball.
Yeah, usually coaches will like that. As you take the right shot.
Right.
It'll fall. They moved it around well.
Yeah, it was a good look. Got what they wanted.
There's a shot by Stearns. With a rebound by Albers.
Boy, Minster's pulled down 8 boards already to just 2 for Parkway.
Pass underneath to Niemeyer. Little baby hook. Swats it out to his teammate Cooney. Logan will shoot the 3 short. Rebound Stearns.
Minster 0 for 5 now on the long ball. And as you said earlier, a couple of those were out near the volleyball 10-foot line. Man, they were NBA depth 3-point attempts.
Coach Hughes shouts at the point guard Stearns, let's slow it down here as they walk it across the timeline. Turned around by Barry. Albers with the rebound. So Minster's come up dry the last several times in their possession. Drive to the hoop is Watercutter. Might have been partially blocked. Up ahead to Fletcher Smith. Smith spin move. He's blocked, but there's a foul. We'll see who that's on. It's on number 22, James Niemeyer.
I'll tell you what, Carpenter down here at the Minster offensive end had a really nice drive right across the face of the defense through the lane. Just couldn't finish. Well contested by the defense, but what a nice move. He's quick off the dribble.
Fletcher Smith rattles home the first one. Smith and Trent Rawlings, the two starters, back as Ian Homan, number 0, comes into the game. A 6'3 sophomore, number 4, actually the leading scorer of the team, Cole Richard, at 9 points a game. Now that Steffi's not able to play, he had a 17-point average after 2 games. Second one for Smith.
When I said that wrong, it was Dylan Watercutter for Minster, number 14. I was looking at the wrong roster, number 14. But he had a heck of a nice dribble penetration, just couldn't get it to fall. Minster's had some good looks. Just got to get a couple buckets here.
McClurg all the way over to Albers. Dangerous cross-court pass. Niemeyer couldn't get it to fall. Parkway ball. Parkway 8-15 last year. They're 0-3 so far. Young squad trying to get their first MAC in season win. Barry's shot is rebounded by Niemeyer.
Minster shooting 1 for 12 if you add up the 2s and the 3s attempts. So a little chilly from the floor right now, but again, not for lack of decent opportunities, Dave. They just gotta finish now.
Cole Richard, number 4, probably the best pure shooter on the team. When he gets going, he has a nice shot. As you'll
that could be what coach is thinking, is just find the guy with the hand and get him involved.
Richard with the pink shoes, he stands out, and there's another long 3. McClurg draws back iron, the long rebound goes back to McClurg. Cole will do a runner in and out.
That did everything.
Albers' rebound is not fall. Another chance as Richard, unfortunately, loses it out of bounds.
That ball, that little teardrop runner did everything but go all the way through. That was halfway down the cylinder.
Coach McClurg will call a timeout. All the timeouts this year sponsored by Precision Strip. We appreciate their patronage. Be a 30-second timeout. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this telecast possible. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. They're fine sponsors that able to make this telecast possible. 7-2.
Yeah. If it weren't for them,
we wouldn't be here.
Wouldn't be able to do it.
Be able to sit, and we're in the end zone seats, if you will.
That's right.
Up high is a nice view. Get to see the plays develop.
Sure is, and I tell you, it's such a good spot for volleyball.
Yes,
this to me is the best place to watch volleyball.
Volleyball, you can see the serve, the balls move.
See the ball move,
yeah. You don't see that from the side. I say the same thing. It's neat to see the talented girls around this area. It's unbelievable.
Boy. Yeah, boy, nice block by Albers.
Wow, and somehow
how that got in. Yeah,
we'll see who they give that to. Somebody. That was just random there.
Yeah, Stearns got that tipped up and in because Cole Albers ate up the original shot, just devoured the shooter.
Ball goes out of bounds, turnover against the Wildcats. Yeah, that somehow he had a wrist on it, volleyball, so to speak.
Yeah,
it bounced up there. So,
well, and speaking of the best seats in the house, we probably ought to take a second and thank Athletic Director Josh Clooney here in Minster for their wonderful hospitality. Always a great place to come, and now even a little better with quarter-pound hot dogs, Dave.
Yeah, we like the new hot dogs that they brought. They are all right. That was our supper tonight.
That's right. So. Well, when you're doing the thing, you got to eat dinner.
The man's got to eat.
That's right.
Fletcher Smith draws the foul on Cole Albers.
It's 2 on Cole Albers. Excuse me, his first foul. My apologies. I saw the wrong column. 2 points, 1 foul.
Fletcher Smith, a nice sweet shot. He's now 3 of 3 on his foul shots. As Connor Smeezing coming in the game, another sophomore, did not initially go out for basketball. It's like a week or 2 he decided, I kind of missed not doing something.
Yeah.
And
he is a good athlete. I tell you, watch him on the football field. He's not a big man, but boy, is he strong. Strong runner, good vision, good athlete.
Very good defensive basketball player.
Yes.
So last year they would put him in occasionally just to press the ball handler for the other team. So Minster trying to find the right combination to score. There's Richard's first attempt. Albers comes up with the rebound, and he's falling out of bounds, and he's not able to get it away before he steps out of bounds.
Again, another well-defended look this time. You saw Richards take that three, and he had a hand right in his face. Minster 0 for 7 beyond the arc, 1 for 8 inside the arc.
Trevor Stearns being hounded by Schmeezy. Smith. They go underneath. Reverse layup. That goes out of bounds.
Going down in the trees, man. Albers is not only at 6'7", but boy, he's got a wingspan, and we saw it right there. Another block. I'm not really keeping tabs, but I think I'm going to start now, and I got 3 tick marks for Albers blocks.
There he goes. Logan Cooney will give Albers a break. Cooney, an athletic senior, back in the game.
Yep, call his name a few times on the football field.
Stearns.
Boy, side to side, so quick Schmeezing is. Boy, oh boy.
That's Braden Bruns. Passes it underneath the 32. Trent Rawlings for the basket.
Boy, Parkway, just a nice job being patient on that possession, working the ball in, good ball movement. Now they're going to try a little bit of not quite full court pressure.
Niemeyer with the tray. Knocks it down to break the drought.
There they got the lid off. That's what you need. Just get a bucket and build on. You're only down by 7. Here's first quarter winds down.
Bruns with the 3. Rebound. Minster throws up a prayer. We've played 1 quarter basketball here on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Panthers of Parkway 12, the Wildcats of Minster 5. We'll be back with the second quarter when we return on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
1 quarter in the books in this MAC matchup. Parkway with a 12-5 lead.
Yeah, good first quarter for the Panthers. They shot, 2 of 7 from inside the arc and 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. But really, they got 5 points at the free throw line. So made the most out of that.
And Minster on the other end, they could not hit a bucket for a long time.
No, they struggled a little bit. 1 of 8 from inside the arc, and then 1 of 9. Finally, Niemeyer managed to break the seal on the three-pointer, so hopefully they can build on that now.
Parkway ball to start us off in this second quarter.
But I will say Minster, for their struggles shooting the ball, they've out-rebounded Parkway 15-6 so far.
Berry. Nice shot by Caden Berry.
Yeah, did a nice job working open. A little patient, let the defender leave his feet, and made the shot.
That is tipped. Schmeezing hustles, able to get the ball, gives it ahead to Albers, in and out. Ball bounces around off a foot or two. Good hustle by Trevor Stearns. And they're rewarded for the basketball. Good job by the sophomore Trevor Stearns.
Absolutely, good hustle there. Boy, Minster did everything right on that possession. Just a goofy bounce of the ball, so they just need to keep putting them up. Nice bucket there for 3.
Braden Bruns with the trifecta, and all of a sudden, Park with a 17-5 lead.
And now you see they're going almost full court pressure here. They've been creeping a little further and further into Minster's backcourt with that press, and now
it would be foul there. And, of course, I'm sure they heard the news that Steffi was out. He's the ball handler, so what are you going to do is the press
him. Yeah.
Press. So Minster's going to see that all year until they prove differently.
Yep.
And McClurg this is his first varsity start. Pressed in to be the point guard is a tough spot as a freshman.
Absolutely.
There's McClure, gives it up to Richard. Niemeyer gives it to Richard. They work it around to McClure. Albert's trying to post up underneath. Cooney bounces it underneath. Good hustle, but it goes out of bounds by Parkways. As Caden Berry is helped up by his teammates who appreciate his hustle.
Absolutely. Again, closing the passing lanes. They say, play the gaps. And they did it well that time.
McClure drives to the hoop, back to Albers. And he is fouled. Cole Albers will go to the line. And we'll see if they call it as a shooting or not. Albers is lobbying for it.
Yeah, he had his back to the backboard, but he was just getting an entry pass. I don't know if they're going to call that, continuation was the old word, right, back in the day.
Yep.
Didn't look like he was able to even get a handle on it.
They are
to
going
start
to
the
say
shooting.
2. Ben Kramer is
veteran officials.
Veteran official.
They know better than we do.
That's right, from currently the mayor of Chickasaw as well.
Ben is the mayor of Chickasaw.
Ben is the mayor of Chickasaw.
I'll be dog.
Yes. So
he teaches over New Bremen and very busy officiating schedule.
He's a busy guy as Albers misses the free throw. Minster on the season shoots 61% on their free throws, so area to improve. You always want to be around 70 is like the mark of excellence at the high school level. Albers 1 of 2. He has 3 to lead. The Wildcats are actually tied with Niemeyer for 3 for Minster's total of 6.
Minster will be right back here tomorrow night. Do you have the game?
No, I don't. Jeff Hensham will have the game.
There you go.
Anna, I have the girls in the afternoon. It's Anna as well. 3 ball is short by Barry. Follow does not make it either by Stearns, and that is thrown out of bounds, kind of an unforced error. Have the girls game, Minster and Anna. Minster in the unusual 2-5 on the season. They have last time they've been 2-5 is a long time ago.
Yeah, Coach Wiss has had a good run with the ladies basketball. They have graduated so much talent the last 2 seasons.
Sometimes it catches up with them, and they've had a really tough schedule. They played Parkway, beat him last night, who's undefeated. Congratulations to Dan Williamson and his Lady Panthers. They got a great team, and that goes out of bounds. Last time Minster girls have had a losing record was 2006. That's the longest streak in the MAC. 16 years in a row. That is not as easy as you think. It's tough to. You keep putting winning seasons together in the MAC.
That's a tall task. Yep. Congrats. Hats off to Coach Wiss. And he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah, well, when he wasn't head coach, I think he's been 7th year. He was a long-time assistant for Coach Steckschulte.
Yep.
Albers backs in, able to stick back his missed shot.
Again, the advantage of being 6'7", but he's a very athletic 6'7", controls his body well. Did a great job of backing down the defender. There's another block shot at the other end.
Albers being a force there underneath. Trent Rollins will come into the game for Parkway.
Well, Minster, with a drought on offense, has slowly come to an end. Meanwhile, they've done a good job here the last several minutes of play, keeping Parkway from scoring while they get their offense figured out.
Number 10 in the game, Xavier Samples, who played a lot of the JV game. And there's a steal by Watercutter to the hoop and is fouled. Dylan Watercutter.
Very quick with the ball. Good job off the steal. Got down there and got the foul.
Dylan Watercutter, credit him. He's worked his way into the rotation starting tonight for the varsity. Last year he played almost exclusively JV as a junior, but always played hard. Ultimate effort all the time, and he hits the first free throw.
Pays off. He sounds like he's kind of that next man up story, right? You guys got big guys go down.
Yeah.
You know, everybody in basketball, any team sport, everybody has a role. Sometimes your role is to practice the starters, but it's always to be ready.
Yeah. And sometimes when you're a junior playing JV, a lot of them say, okay, I'm not going to play my senior year, but Dylan Watercutter's
it's
making
good
a
that
contribution.
He's stuck with the program. Yeah, that's awesome.
So he hits 2 free throws. He's now 8 of 9 for free throws this year, so doing it there. And there's a 3-ball by Bruns. And there's a nice follow there by Caden Berry.
Boy, good job getting that rebound. Berry really elevated on that putback.
Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
It's time, and this full court pressure causing some problems. Reach-in foul there on Caden Berry, who didn't exactly agree with the call. And that's already 6 fouls on Parkway.
Yeah, next one will put Minster at the line to shoot 1-and-1. But there was a lot of contact as Parkway was just trying to trap the ball handler and use that sideline as an extra defender, but it looked like he got him on the arm.
Albers to Holman. McClurg. Albers trying to post up. He's battling with Stearns underneath.
Stearns not doing a bad job. Making it tough to get Albers the ball. Here he is with
he's
it.
triple 4 players on him.
Yeah.
Kicks it to Holman. Tries to go underneath. Park out with it. Knocked away by Parkway.
Good job there, Caden Berry, again, getting his arm in the passing lane. Minster had started to get the ball movement they wanted. They were going to try to feed it down at the left block, but Berry tips it out of bounds. So good defense there by the Panthers.
They were also applauded by the head coach, Doug Hughes, on that. Albers' shot rolls off. Bruns pulls up for the 10-footer. Ball tips around. 6'3" Holman with the rebound. McClurg ahead to Watercutter. Nice entry pass to Albers. Turnaround and in.
Good luck defending that. Beautiful play. Right down the floor, and you nailed it, Dave. The entry pass really set that up. Albers knows what to do with it. One time on the floor, up and in.
Minster the lead down to 7. Samples drive to the basket. Stearns with the rebound in the trees, but draws the fouls.
Parkway this time, really good hustle, getting that offensive rebound and a second opportunity on offense. Ends up drawing the foul, but the way they're shooting free throws right now, they're 5 of 6.
Trevor Stearns, 3 of 3 for line. He's got 5 tonight. In the game is number 20, Logan Cooney, and number 22, James Niemeyer. Second attempt here by the 6'1" sophomore Trevor Stearns. Point guard, averages 9 on the season. Rattles it out there. That's an inadvertent buzzer, I believe. Somebody inadvertently hit that, and can't blame a volunteer. All those guys, right. You see something, you react, and before you know it, I've done that before.
They don't even let me near the buzzer, Dave. No. They don't trust me with that level of importance.
They just give you the mic.
Yeah, which is not necessarily.
You just calmly.
Yeah, pretty quiet.
Nice drive by James Niemeyer.
Absolutely.
Athletic play.
Just asserted his will. Good transition. Minster down the floor quickly. Niemeyer, and he's going to get an opportunity to make the 3 the old-fashioned way here, and could cut this lead to 5. At one point, it was 12.
They're
chipping away.
Their offensive flow has been better. They haven't just been settling for threes.
Right.
They've been looking for the good shot. Niemeyer with the chance of the old-fashioned three-point play.
Back in the peach basket days, right?
Yeah, back in the day there wasn't a three-point arc.
Right.
You and I might remember that. People watching may or may not remember that. That three-point line came in around 88, I think, in high school, I think it was. So, boy, that's already about 35 years ago.
Oh, ouch.
And the scoring has actually gone down in that time, it seems, unbelievably.
Well, defense has become a priority. How many coaches, and speaking of which, they're going to get Cooney on the foul. But how many coaches you hear talking about defense sets up the offense?
And that generation ago, it wasn't that way.
Right.
It was more an offensive type game.
Yep.
And a lot of fast score pressure. And, defense. And also, football wasn't as big a deal. Weightlifting wasn't as big a deal. That makes it
conditioning,
better for
fitness, nutrition. Yeah, absolutely.
That definitely made it better for defense. Stearns in some trouble there, and Albers didn't even jump. Able to get the rebound. Watercutter gives it to Albers. Cole Richard, another sophomore. So right now they have 2 seniors, 2 sophomores, and Albers is a freshman. As right now, Parkway switched to a zone.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
2-3 zone.
Yep.
Niemeyer gives it up to Watercutter.
It's working, though. They can't get it into Albers with this.
Yeah. And, it takes a little time to recognize they're in the zone. You got to rechange your offense or change up your offense. And Cole Richard look over to Coach McClurg, and he just gives a signal to basically say, attack. Watercutter, they get it down to Albers. Nice pass to Cooney and in.
That's the assist of the night right there, boy. Cooney over his shoulder, almost a no-looker. That was sweet. 4-point lead now for Parkway, so hats off to Minster.
It was an 11-point lead, 17-6, so 10-3 run if I did the math right. Math is hard on a Friday night.
Math is hard at our age and on a Friday night. It's cold out. I had a quarter-pound hot dog. Math is hard.
Bruins thought about a 3. Smith, now Stearns. Minster has picked up their defense.
Yeah, look at Watercutter come right out and meet the ball with Fletcher Smith.
He's, a lot of teams have that defensive stopper. You defend the best, one of the better players. I think Watercutter might fill that role for the Wildcats.
Yeah, especially you don't see Connor Schmeesing on the floor right now. So
Stearns back to Samples. Samples, I believe, played all 4 quarters at JV, which I think nowadays you can play 6 quarters in a night.
Yeah.
Used to be 5. Down to 15 seconds.
Boy, Minster's done a great job, both ends of the floor. Very patient last trip down and great defense. Little push away.
In and out on the 3 ball. Niemeyer up ahead to Cooney. Can't finish the layup. Thrown up by Richard. Unfortunately, did not fall for the Wildcats, but a good comeback as we go to teams go to the locker rooms on our First National Bank scoreboard. Parkway 20. Minster 16. We'll be back with our halftime stats when we return on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
We are at halftime here in this MAC matchup. Our score in our First National Bank scoreboard, Parkway 20, Minster 16. With the first half numbers, Mr. Scott Fry.
Yeah, let's talk about shooting and whatnot. So we'll start with the visitors from Parkway. Again, a 4-point lead. Hats off to Minster, though. At one point, it was 17-5. So that's a nice turnaround. Good run. Parkway from the floor, 27% shooting overall, 25% from beyond the arc, 2 of 8 out there. They were 4 of 14 inside the arc. Free throws have been excellent for Parkway tonight. 5 of 8, 62.5% there. They pulled down 10 rebounds, and they've just committed 3 turnovers, so pretty clean game all the way around. On the Minster side of the ledger, overall shooting 23%, got off to a very slow start. They were one of their first 10 field goal attempts inside the arc, and they were 0 for 7. Finally, number 8, Nemo, hit that, got the seal broken on the three-pointers. So overall, Minster shot 23% from the floor, just 11%, 1 of 9 from beyond the arc, 3 of 5, 60% from the free throw line. And but the big story on my mind that's helped them stay in this game with their struggle shooting has been their rebounding. They pulled down 23 rebounds in that first period. Many of those were defensive rebounds to get Parkway out of their offense. And Caleb Albers, we don't typically keep the block stat, but with this young man, watching him after 3 blocks, I'm going to start paying attention. He's got 5 blocks here in the first half.
Yeah, he's been pretty impressive tonight. He leads the Wildcats with 7, followed by James Niemeyer with 5. Cooney and Watercutter with 2 apiece. For the Parkway Panthers, balanced attack, 5 players scored. Trevor Stearns and Trent Rollins with 5. Caden Berry with 4. Braden Bruns, Fletcher Smith with 3. So we'll see what the coaches did. Adjusted at halftime. It should be a good game down the stretch.
Should be, man. Should be. 4-point game. Excellent, entertaining half. Love the fact Minster in their youth, no panic in them, and then they open up with Albers.
Good entry pass right away, and why not? As Minster within 2.
Nice pass underneath to Albers and up and in. That was an easy one.
There's a 3 ball by Berry. He drains it. Caden Berry.
So, man, Dave, we had all defense in the first half, and now we come out, and here we go. Bang, bang.
The full court pressure. Minster's able to break it. Cooney in some trouble, but Niemeyer comes up with it. Drives to the hoop and loses it.
Yeah, poked away there.
Fletcher Smith to the hole, rattles out. Ball out of bounds. It will stay with Parkway.
Boy, a lot of contact on the backboard there. Parkway was looking for a little goaltending. Not sure Doug Hughes doesn't have a case there because that was a good smack as the ball was in the cylinder, but he's not going to get his call.
Inbounding there is Fletcher Smith. There'll be a hold there.
There's your goaltending call.
Yeah, the old makeup call.
That was a quick
The refs
whistle.
will swear they never are makeup calls, but sometimes you wonder.
I'm watching Coach talking to Ben Kramer, and Ben didn't see it. He keeps shaking his head like, man, I'd love to call it, Coach, but I didn't see it.
Rawlings with a nice baby hook for the basket. Lead back to 7 for Parkway. A 5-0 run.
Quick, too. Minster had cut it to 2, and then, 5-0.
Full court pressure, Watercutter to Niemeyer. Cooney in the corner.
That's not a real aggressive full court press, though, as you see Albers' little turnaround.
Cooney couldn't get it to fall. Stearns. Same starters for both teams to start the second half that start the ball game. Berry to the hoop. And he got the rebound, was on the end line. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Doug Hughes, very successful coach, 13th year at Parkway. He did 7 years. He's 123 wins, 7 years at Botkins. He had a really nice stretches where he started, did 1 year at Versailles, and then Parkway. And a couple of years, the best year was 3 years ago now, the 2020 year. They made it to the Elite 8.
Yeah,
and wow, that was the first time they won district in, I think, first time ever maybe.
There was a strong sense that team was going to go play in the Final Four and make a really good run at winning a title, and everything got shut down by COVID. As you see a nice rebound come the other way, little dribble penetration drive for Parkway.
Fletcher Smith able to get the quick fast break, pass underneath to Niemeyer. Able to get his own rebound. Richard is open for the tray and drains it.
Man, nothing but net.
There's the shot that Richard can get on his roll with.
Kind of stopped the bleeding a little bit for Minster. Very smooth stroke by Richard.
Drive by Stearns. Richard came up with the rebound. Trying a little fast break. He'll drive to the hole and one.
Count that one. Nice run to the hole, as you said there, by Richard. all created at the defensive end. He played great defense on the runner for Parkway. Got down the floor with the rebound. Hoop and the harm.
Connor Schmeezing in the game. Cole Richard played about all JV last year, a little varsity, but he had several 20-point games in JV, and I can see why. I don't care that if it is JV. 20 points is hard to come by.
Well, that's just a lot of points. Period.
Yeah. And he has the nice, sweet shot. Played a little JV quarterback this year, sophomore year. Also played some receiver. Cole McClurg was also quarterback. Had a collarbone injury, but 3-point play there by Cole Richard. So lead back to 3.
Yeah, I was going to say Minster's cut this thing back to 3.
Schmeezing in the game, and he's hounding Stearns.
A little more freneticism in the offensive end of the floor. As you see the long 3 off the iron down to Minster.
There's Richard with another rebound. Schmeezing will give it up to Richard. He thought about it. Pass it up to McClurg. He does a long 3 and rattles it home.
Man, that was out there. He was standing on the MAC logo. That was a big one. Finally got one. Now we're going to get a reaching foul against Schmeezing. Man,
that was
a bomb.
That was beyond the NBA there, I think.
Yeah, that was down in Fort Laramie.
Yeah, he's been in this gym a lot when he was younger, so he's shot a lot through the years. There'll be a timeout on the floor by Parkway. This timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Looks like a 30-second timeout. Give us an opportunity. Actually, it looks like a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Following this Precision Strip timeout, we are tied at 27.
It's the
Minster's made a run.
First tie, I believe, since 0-0, Dave.
I think you're right.
Maybe 2-2.
Parkway had a 4-point lead at half. It pulled ahead to 7.
Boy, they like that little screen 3. This time couldn't fall.
Rawlings, and there's Richard again. That basketball has found him.
Yeah.
So he's had 6 points to key this run. Drives to the hoop.
Oh, tough foul. Boy, oh boy. Number 12, Fletcher Smith, took a slap at Richard as he went by. And Richard had a little stutter step. What a quick dribble penetration. Couldn't get it to drop, but picked up that foul.
I think way back in Detroit Pistons had a guy by the name of Vinnie Johnson.
Vinnie Johnson.
The instant offense, and that's what
was
Richard
he the microwave?
The microwave, yeah. There's Richard.
Number 15, Vinnie Johnson.
That was in the Bad Boys era.
The Bad Boys, man. Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas.
Late 80s, right before the Bulls won the three-peat, and Michael Jordan became the celebrity. And
boy, the Pistons were tough, man. Dennis Rodman was on that team.
Isaiah Thompson.
Isaiah Thomas. Joe Dumars, who's now the
GM.
What is he?
He was GM. Maybe he's president now, yeah. We're going back in basketball history.
I guess we're showing our age again.
Stearns.
Boy, they let him go at it back in that time, man. It was physical.
Yeah, it was a physical game, all right. Not a game for the meek. A nice runner there by Fletcher Smith.
Boy, it sure was. Nice job getting over the defense. And boy, oh boy, all of a sudden here, Dave, we got ourselves a tight one.
29-29.
Man alive, I'll tell you, Noah Sweeterman down there, the freshman, 6'3", got himself back to the basket. Two defenders trapping him on the baseline, but A foul is called.
Schwierdeman, his first action of the night. And against Walpolk, he was the starter. There's a runner by McClurg. Pass ahead, stolen by Schwierdeman. Schwierdeman, an athletic 6'3" freshman. Richards open for the three and nails it.
And Minster with their first lead of the night right here, Dave, and you can hear the crowd respond.
Cole Richard with 11 points in this quarter. Ball on the floor.
It's funny how it happens. You get one guy. You talked about that when McClurg put him in. Minster was shooting really poorly. Thought maybe this is the spark plug, and here it is.
I've seen him do this, albeit at JV the last couple of years, and he gets hot and he's tough, and it's just a matter of time before.
He's got a really smooth stroke. Timing is good. Catch and up.
Plays a lot of basketball in the offseason. Shoots a lot, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And, he has sparked this team, and Minster's picked up on the defensive side, too, and they have a 3-point lead. Parkway, Rollins, nice left-handed look.
Boy, sure was. Good dribble to the hoop. Nothing you can do with that.
Rollins with 7.
Both of these teams trying to get that elusive first MAC win.
Any MAC win is very tough. There's Richard again. That one a little too deep. Nice play there by Xavier Samples. He gave up about 8-9 inches, able to get it from Albers on the rebound.
Man, I can feel the heat coming off of Coach McClurg right now. I think he wanted some contact down there on that rebound.
Rollins, that three rattles out. We have a foul on the rebound against Parkway. That foul was on number 5, Devin Crouch. Another player moved up from JV. Played the whole JV game.
Yeah, he had a nice JV game.
Yes.
He was kind of their quarterback on offense, or point guard. Very aggressive with the ball on offense. A little bit too aggressive there that time on defense. 14 fouls now on Parkway, 2 on Minster.
Number 0, Ian Holman. Very good lineman this football season. And they're in some trouble there. Stearns with the layup.
This time the press pays off. I tell you, it's kind of a two-edged sword. Live by it, die by it. This time they execute it to perfection. They put that pressure on, but it's not super intense. Now you're going to get a little holding foul on number 3. That's Braden Bruns. That'll be his 3rd. So Coach Hughes now has got 2 guys with 3 fouls.
The thing about the full court pressure is when you get a turnover, you often get a layup out of it.
Right.
There's turnovers and there's bad turnovers, or good turnovers, depending on which side you're on those. And that was a big layup for the Panthers. They lead by 1 on our First National Bank scoreboard. McClurg tries to drive, gives it up to Niemeyer. Back to McClurg to Richard. Thought about it. Spinning through the lane, gives it up to Niemeyer.
Very patient.
There's a long three by McClurg.
And I'll tell you what, Braden Bruns was right there.
That was even long. That was even longer than before. The one before was like 3 feet behind. That was probably 25 foot.
That was out at the volleyball 10-foot line.
It was at that MAC emblem there.
Past the MAC emblem, yeah. The other one was on it.
The 3-point line is 19-9, so I always figure that's 20. So, wow. Ooh. Cole McClurg, back-to-back long threes. And the Wildcats back up by 2.
And that's a freshman.
Yes. And he might have a steal here. Goes into the backcourt. And Samples tried to save it.
He played that so smartly. You saw him kind of put his hand on the defender and let that boy ride his momentum out of bounds.
Yeah, he knew it was tipped off of Parkway, so heads-up play by McClurg. And
very smart.
See if Minster can build on this 2-point lead. Turnaround by Niemeyer, can't fall. Holman with a nice rebound. And he's fouled. Holman was almost falling over as he had someone at his feet.
It got a little crowded down there in the trees for sure. And so Holman now is going to go to the line, shoot a pair. That's the first foul called on Xavier Samples. So, man, the intensity in this gymnasium has come up 2 or 3 notches here since about halfway through the third when Minster got their first lead of the night.
Holman, 6'3", sophomore, big guy, soft touch from the free throw line, 6 of 7 on the season. And I didn't even jinx him on that. Lead down up to 4 for the Cats.
Minster is 6 of 8 75% shooting free throws.
Take that every day.
So important.
McClurg. Stearns. Underneath the Rollins. Nice play by Holman.
Boy, he's got nice hands for a big. 6'3", but he's thick. You know, like you said, he's a lineman on the football team. You can see why.
Down to Albers, a nice left-handed hook. The Wildcats up by 6.
So Albers just quietly racking up the points. He's got 9. Get another foul away from the basket.
That would be the 3rd foul on Minster. There's 6 already on Parkway.
Excuse me, Albers with 11.
And 1. His first foul.
I think that's his second. I don't think that scoreboard's correct. He had one in the first half.
Barry. And Niemeyer skies for the rebound. Up to Richard. 25 seconds to go. I don't think the Minster is playing for one here. Their offense is going pretty good right now. Dylan Watercutter on the wing gives it up to Richard. Through the lane and in.
Boy, nice. Big wide gap going down the left side of the lane. He saw it. Again, quick off the dribble.
Stolen by Holman. We'll call it travel on Holman. Cole Richard has had 13 points in this 3rd quarter. You don't see that very often.
No, that's a lot of scoring in a high school quarter of basketball.
Wow.
Especially in a game that's been played so defensively to this point. I don't know if coach, in the locker room said, hey, we're going to turn you loose or what, but man alive.
Whatever he said, keep saying it.
Yeah. He leads all scorers with 13.
Down to 4 seconds. Parkway's going to have to shoot quick. Step back 3 by Barry. Short. We go to the 4th quarter. A great 3rd quarter for the Wildcats.
Boy,
as on our First National Bank scoreboard, Wildcats 41, Panthers 33. We'll be back with the 4th quarter on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
As we go to the 4th quarter, a big 3rd quarter by the Wildcats. They now lead by 8.
Yeah, we were talking on the break, Dave. 25-point 3rd quarter, led for 13 of those came from Richard. Man, that was a performance, Cole Richard right there.
Yeah, 25 points. Also, Cole McClurg was 6 on 2 long threes.
Really long threes. I can't see that far, and he's burying them. And I'll tell you, it wasn't for lack of trying. He threw up 3 or 4 long ones in the first half.
Albers underneath, baby hook. Rebound by Parkway. Work it around the perimeter. There's Barry with the tray, and boy, he's got a sweet shot.
Yeah, he does. That was a good one. He's got that kind of that fall-away 3 off the screen. Easy pickings for Richards at the other end.
Richard now up to 15. 43-36. Parkway's going to make a run. We're going to have a battle down to the end here.
Absolutely.
You couldn't tell this is an 0-3 Parkway team and a 1-3 Minster team.
That's right. No, they're both playing hard. That's what I love about covering high school sports, though, man. Any night, any given night, it's anybody's game, and they always play hard.
Smith they're not only playing, I think they're playing pretty well at a high level.
Yes.
Both teams, other than Minster shooting in the first part of the game. Very nice.
But defense kind of carried the way in the first, because it wasn't a foul festival or anything like that.
Fletcher Smith has come alive. He drains a 3.
Low scoring, 20-16 at the end of the half because of the defense.
Fletcher Smith now in double figures with 10 to lead the Panthers. Oh, McClurg, it'll be an offensive foul. They will call that on Niemeyer on the screen.
Yeah, if he'd have been still, he'd have been okay. It looked like he kind of moved his hip a little bit, and I think if the Parkway guy wouldn't have fallen, also would have probably been okay. It wasn't anything really egregious, but...
And if you do the screen way out there, it's easy for everybody to see. Yeah, if you're underneath, not so much.
Yeah, you could just looked like he leaned into him a little bit. Most of the times you're going to get away with that. And there's a bad, they're going to call a charge away from the ball.
Oh, an offensive on the screen, an illegal screen on Bryce Stern. So that took away a basket.
Yeah. And that's the 7th foul for Parkway, so 6 minutes of bonus.
After it's a player control foul, you don't shoot it, but yeah, you're right. That's a good point. McClurg up ahead to Niemeyer.
Minster's got 2 to give. They got 4.
Holman tried to go to Albers, and it hit the rim.
Yeah, it's going to go down more as a turnover. It wasn't a shot attempt.
Exactly. Pass underneath. That was Rollins was very lucky to come up with that basketball.
Yeah, I tell you, the intensity level has come up another notch from the third quarter.
Rollins working against Holman. Double team with Albers. Good job by Niemeyer. He really skies.
Yeah, went straight up, did a nice job. Defended it cleanly. Didn't give him a clean look. Thought that was going in.
Well, Richard, Coach McClurg will take a timeout. We will take a full timeout. Again, these timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Coming out of the Precision Strip timeout, the Wildcats with a 4-point lead.
Yeah, I think it's a nice timeout for Coach McClurg. Just slow things down before you get into your offense here. It got a little frenetic. You got a 4-point lead. So every possession at this point counts.
As Parkway switches to a 2-3 zone, you often see that the old coaches switch the defense when the other team is working on how to attack the.
Right. Take away whatever they just talked about in their timeout.
Yep.
And it slowed the Minster offense down in the end of the second half when they started that.
The only danger when they try to get it underneath, stolen away, as they try to get it to Albers.
Well, it makes it easier to get one-on-one for Albers that way.
Drive to the hoop. Smith is fouled. Fletcher Smith will be shooting 2 foul shots.
Got fouls on Nemo. That's his third.
15 foul, 7 on Parkway. Fletcher Smith had 3 points in the first quarter. He's had 7 since.
That was one of the key players to watch tonight.
Only averaging 2 on the season, but he started last year, so you knew the scoring would eventually come. He misses the first foul shot.
I'm going to check out the Little Blue Bird while we're watching here just to see for our live viewers. It won't matter so much on the delayed broadcast, but see if I can find some scoring updates.
Yeah. See what I know. The Cardinals are up at the Vatican tonight. Face the undefeated Delphos St. John Blue Jays, but first game for the their first game for the state champion football team. Congratulations to the Bremen Cardinals there.
Yeah, a couple of nice fall outcomes between the football team and the volleyball team.
Yes.
Congratulations to Coach Schmidt and the footballers and Coach Kramer and the volleyballers.
Fort Laramie with a big win over Fairlawn, 56-27. Smith hit the first one, or hit the second one. Dave Helmstetter and I were over at Jackson Center on Tuesday as we saw them play Fort Laramie. Jackson Center looked impressive as they get the win.
They're going to have a good team this year. There goes Albers up.
Full court pressure, or full court fast break. Let's just say it that way. Results in the basket.
Coldwater up big over New Knoxville at the half, 31-12.
Coldwater did not get a late start to football, which is unusual for them.
That's not a normal thing for them, nope.
That will go out of bounds. It's Coach Hughes telling his team, relax, relax.
Looks like that one's gone final, 60-24, Coldwater. Over the Rangers.
Marion Local, another one of our NKTelco teams with a football state championship. They've only had a few, 13 or something like that?
13 now, yeah.
13, unbelievable. And they play tomorrow. They're not playing tonight. They play Salina tomorrow.
So the Cardinals up at St. John's. That's Blue Jays 18, New Bremen 16 at the half.
Cole Richard with a 3. Stearns taking it the whole way. Albers comes up with the rebound. So we're getting a little pace is quickening there. Richard in some trouble. Probably not the best shot, but got bailed out with being off of Parkway.
Yeah.
We stayed with Minster. As the inbound, the trigger guy will be freshman Cole McClurg, his first start tonight, the varsity level. Quickly into Cooney. He went straight up with it.
Interesting play design there. Kind of a pretty cool thing if he pulls it off.
Stearns on the wing. Coach Hughes will call a 30-second timeout. As always, our timeout's brought to you by Precision Strip. Some of our other special sponsors, our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our starting lineups early on, Emerson Climate Technologies. Scott and I will pick a player of the game for NKTelco. Minster Live View sponsor is Borchers Floor Center. Some additional sponsors, Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Seiss-Rudem Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, and St. Henry Bank. And on our first National Bank scoreboard, the Wildcats lead the Panthers by 5.
Been a good one. Very entertaining, particularly the second half. The offensive pace has picked up. Both teams shooting pretty well. But Minster in particular, led by Cole Richard, has really, really come on here. The third quarter, again, you mentioned Wildcats scored 25 to just 13 for the Panthers.
That's been the difference in there. Both teams trying to break 3-game losing streaks. Minster's 1-3, Parkway's 0-3. Of course,
Minster started off with a win against Houston.
Yep. Drive to the hoop. And in there, a big basket there by Bryce Stearns. Bryce Stearns, his first 2 points for the senior. Lead down to 3. Underneath the Albers. Turnaround, could not get it to fall. Here's a chance for Parkway here. Both coaches have 3 timeouts left, so we could have a lot of timeouts left.
Yep, 1 possession game, 3 minutes to go. Just what you want, either coach.
Barry could not get the shot off. Good defense by Richard. Stearns to the basket. Good defense by Niemeyer.
Yeah, Niemeyer did a nice job of trailing him. Coach Hughes wanted a foul, but the contact came after the ball was put away.
Logan Cooney with the tray.
Boy, that's a big 3. That makes it a 3-possession ball game. 2-possession ball game, sorry.
Smith on the wing. Barry through the lane, in and out. Rebound Niemeyer.
Man, that's a huge rebound, too.
It'll be the foul there as Ian Homan will come back in the game. I'll say Braden Bruns, the Minster ball. Or check that. It's Parkway ball.
They call a foul down there?
I'm not sure what they called. Was it foul or
I didn't see anybody come to the table. None of the scoreboards.
Both teams thought it was Minster's ball. So Fletcher Smith.
Yeah, there wasn't a foul called. Still the same number of fouls. Minster with 5, Parkway with 7.
Barry was wide open, but a turnaround by Trevor Stearns.
Boy, nice play. He got around and got that inbound pass so quickly. Now Parkway is going to try a little bit of pressure for Minster.
So they've caused some trouble with Minster. Richard drives baseline a little bit too far underneath. Ball out of bounds to be Parkway ball.
Yeah, just kind of got himself down in the trees, and by the time he looked up, he was almost directly under the rim, maybe even the backboard.
1:55 to go. Big possession here for the Panthers. It's
Absolutely.
a two-possession game, down by 4. Sure, they want it to be one possession after this. Coach Hughes will call a timeout. That'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Welcome back. Here comes Precision Strip timeout by Parkway. Let's go back, Scott, and revisit the keys to the game.
Yeah, the Parkway keys. First one was win the rebound battle against physical Wildcats. That has not gone well. Parkway with a total of 17 rebounds. Minster had 23 just in the first half. They've got 32 now, so that hasn't gone well. But Parkway wanted to get off to a fast start, and boy, they did that. Opened up a 12-point lead early in the second quarter. And then young guys need to step up. I'd say they've done okay with that. I mean, they are in this game for sure.
Yeah. Look at Minster's there.
Minster's side. Okay, keep Rollins and Smith under 10 each. That hasn't gone.
They're both 11.
Really, really well.
Yes.
Keep their guards out of the paint with their dribble drive. They've been okay with that, particularly more in the first half. I think they did better at that. Handle the basketball, not turn it over. They've got 11 turnovers to Parkway's 6. That hasn't gone really well. Points in the paint. I say they've done fine with that between Albers and Richard both.
Well, here we go. Big possession for Panthers and the Wildcats for that matter. And there's an entry pass to Smith, and he overshoots the basket. Got a Wildcat defender on his hip. Cooney thought about a 3. Drive to the hoop and in.
Boy, what a nice drive.
Senior with a couple big baskets stretches the lead to 6. If you're Parkway, you definitely have to score in the possession. You don't have to have a 3. Wouldn't hurt. Stearns draws the foul on Albers. So fortunate there. Has a chance to score with the clock stopped.
Oh, they called it on Nemo. That's his 4th. So that's the thing. I mean, Niemeyer puts some offense. He's got 8 points. Also a good rebounder. You don't want him to foul out.
First one by Stearns is in.
Especially if this ends up doing that O word that nobody likes to say, right?
Minster just had an overtime game against Walpock. They had some chances there, but Walpock, pretty good Walpock squad, ended up prevailing. It was a very tight game for about quarter and a half. And Walpock escaped with, I think it's a 3-point win. Minster doesn't want to repeat that.
See the Panther student section down there with their Christmas duds on. That time of year.
Stearns hits both.
Knocking those free throws down. You get 2 points and not have to advance the clock. That's a big deal right now.
Ooh, almost too high. I think Coach McClurg will call a timeout if needed. Richard able to do some fancy dribbling through the pressure.
Well, you can see, too, I could almost feel like if he's going to I'm going to wait on the timeout.
Yeah.
He got a free one with that foul right there.
Coach McClure, you might not have been able to see it. He was positioning himself right by the ref. That if he needed it, he could say it. That was smart.
Now, that was good being patient right there because he didn't have to burn it. Got a stoppage, got his player out of position or out of danger, and he's going to get 1-1 here with Richard.
Cole Richard, 15 points in the second half. Make it 16.
Boy, if you want anybody shooting your free throws for you, that is the guy.
Yeah, especially tonight.
And for every one he makes, that just forces Parkway to have to start fouling more to stop the clock, get the ball back.
There's a fourth foul on Stearns. Richard misses the second one.
Big rebound right there for Parkway.
So they work it around. There's Smith. Underneath, they go to Barry. Pass to Stearns and one. Nice passing by Barry and Stearns.
What a big possession right there, because that almost was a turnover. That pass, it looked like Albert's got a little piece of the pass, and Stearns did a great job of reaching back to corral that ball, and then he ends up getting the bucket and the foul. It's a 3-point game. And they barely took any time off.
Could be two. That's a big possession here. Stearns drains it. And 51-49. No margin of error right now for Minster.
And here comes that press.
And it's tipped away. So Parkway with the ball, 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Smith to the hole is fouled.
Yeah, Albert's got him with the body, and then you got an injured Panther down here in the paint. That's Trent Rollins. Looks like he's got an ankle
injury, a foot injury of some type.
Oh, that stinks. That's no fun. Probably stepped on somebody and rolled it. But you saw Fletcher Smith pick the ball up, and I know they're kind of doing that European travel where you get a step, and a
Euro
thing.
step in there, yeah.
But man, it looked like he walked for a long way, and then Albers just kind of leaned into him, got the body. As you see, Trent Rollins going to be attended to by Coach Court Smith. So man, that press worked to perfection. It was more of a trapping type press as they circled the ball carrier, tipped it, and got it.
So Fletcher Smith shooting the 1-and-1, or no, 2 shots.
Yeah, he was going to the
he
rack.
can tie it with 2 shots here. Smith takes the breath and he misses the first. I always think the second one is harder when you miss the first and vice versa.
It's like it doubles the pressure.
Yep. Coach Hughes will call a timeout with 27.7 here.
It's a 30-second timeout.
We'll just do a quick, want to remind you, NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays. Tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. The replay is on Thursday, December 29th at 5 p.m. and New Year's Eve at 8 a.m. You can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook at NKTelco.com/sports. Scott, as you see Coach Hughes, we can almost read what he has on the telestrator on his clipboard there.
Yeah, from up here we got a great view of the huddle, yeah.
I think he's probably setting up his press, and most importantly to get the press is to hit this foul shot. If you hit the foul shot, you can set up your press.
Yeah.
If you don't, then it's hard to set up a press.
Yeah, because Minster's going to come quick. They're going to try to go transition to get off of the backcourt.
And I think Parkway will go for a steal, and they don't get the steal once they get past half court, they'll be fouling right away.
Yep.
So Smith.
Yeah, because another bucket by Minster on offense is a dagger. I mean, there's 30 seconds, 27.7.
Smith is short on that. Cooney goes off of Niemeyer. Cooney lost the handle, tried to get a Niemeyer, goes off his chest, and tough break for Minster, a good break for the Panthers.
Absolutely, so they're going to get to inbound under their own bucket now. Let's see what kind of an inbound play they run.
Braden Brunt's in the game.
They're not really letting Minster see it. You see him walking around the whole time.
Brunt's just barely able to get it into Smith. There's a 3 by Bruntz, and he hit it. Braden Bruntz gives Parkway the lead.
That was a big one.
Down to 13 seconds. They're down by 1. Coach McClure calls a timeout with 11 seconds. We'll hit it right here. Braden Bruntz drains the tray, and that was after a timeout, which we don't think that Coach Hughes was even setting up a play.
No, I think you're right. I think he was setting up his defense, assuming he's going to hit that free throw. And a good bit of good fortune under the basket. Ball goes out off of Minster, so Parkway retains possession. And, boy, do they make it count as they now have a 1-point lead, 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, here's the strategy here. Coach McClurg is trying to draw up a play. Is he drawing it up against a man-to-man?
Right, you don't know. Yeah, they've been back and forth. So,
and
maybe he draws up two scenarios where, hey, if you're in a zone, we're going to do this. If you're in a
that's tough for high school kids. But if you're the zone will protect you against Albers underneath, but you got to get out to your shooters. Minster's had a lot of three-point shooters tonight, and vice versa. If you go man-to-man, they've been able to get it underneath the Albers. And, man, what a ball game we've had here tonight.
Sure enough. We were thinking sleeper early on, and, boy, oh, boy, this place has come alive. Both teams, the energy level just increasing as the night goes on, and this has, you said it, been a good one. So we'll see what Coach McClurg drew up here, Dave.
Richard McClurg, Cooney and Albers, and Niemeyer is inbounding it.
And Niemeyer, don't forget, Niemeyer, they got him down for,
Looks like they are in Coach McClurg sees it. He calls a back-to-back timeout.
Yep.
I think were they in a man or zone there?
I think they were in zone.
Yeah.
Also noting on the board, they've got Niemeyer now with 3 fouls and Albers with 3 fouls. So that's very good to know if you're Coach McClurg. You don't have to worry about Nemo fouling out in the event that you end up in overtime.
This point is all the worry is just to get a point. If you just want to have a good look. When you get you don't need to go. You don't want to necessarily go for the last shot. You just want
get a good look and
shot.
Play defense.
And then you get a good look. If it falls, great. If it doesn't, we play defense or we foul right away.
Yeah,
that's really would be the strategy. I'm sure Coach McClurg is doing, his staff. These coaches think of these situations probably when they're trying to sleep at night.
Right, yeah.
Trying
when
to
you
sleep
wondered,
at night.
Is he going to go to his big guy Albers, or is he going to try to work Richard with enough space to dribble, penetrate, and get the high percentage make?
Yeah, and
I don't think he'll play for a 3.
Cooney had a couple big
good drive
baskets, and McClurg they have all shooters out there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, between Niemeyer, Richard,
and now
McClurg,
Parkway will go the other way.
Now that
Parkway
see what D they want to be in.
So now you go back and forth. It was zone, man, you switched, and now, this is really the third time around the row, so Coach McClurg couldn't have multiple plays, but I've had somebody I used to work with as an assistant coach, and he always said that biggest challenge in the huddle is getting all the kids to really listen to you.
Pay attention.
Because they're tired.
Yeah.
They just have to break. They're kind of relaxing and to make sure they pay attention.
Yep.
But at this point, in this type of game, 3 timeouts, I think they know, but we'll see. It's a great game. I hope you're enjoying it here on NKTelco Sports.
Man, I know I sure am. I live for this stuff, man. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like my friend Marv Levy once said, where would you want to be other than right here, right now?
That's right.
That was my Buffalo Bills coach for a number of years.
Very successful,
all those
Marv
Super
Levy.
Bowl losses. But that was his thing, man. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else right here, right now. Where else would you rather be? This is a blast.
11 seconds to go. Parkway leads by 1. Minster has 1 timeout left.
Parkway is all out.
Both teams have the 1-and-1. The possession arrow favors Parkway. So there's the recap. Finally, I think we'll have a play here. Niemeyer will inbound it to McClurg.
Parkway
man defense.
Yep.
Richard down to Albers. They double team him and they steal it away. Caden Berry.
And Niemeyer has to foul. Boy, Parkway nailed that. They were ready.
They were ready to man-to-man to pressure the shooters, and they were going to double down on Albers.
And they collapsed on him. They did a great job. Albers didn't even try to put the ball down. He just wanted to turn around and go up.
And that's easier. What's tough about that is to steal the ball without fouling.
Cleanly, right.
Yes, that could have been an easily fouled. So Caden Berry could make this a 3-point game on a 1-on-1.
Who got the steal.
I think Berry did, and he's fouled.
But Niemeyer had to foul him right away.
Berry 1-and-1 hits the first. Now, Berry here, if he makes it, the clock stops. The ball, Wildcats can inbound it, or you can miss it, and the rebound will scramble around. You're only up 2, but I think you're almost better if you miss it here if you're Parkway than otherwise. But it's hard to miss it on purpose though too. So we'll see what Barry does, if he tries to miss it or he just will try to make it. And he misses it, tipped out of bounds. That's not what Parkway wanted, really.
Yeah, because that gives Minster the side out.
Yeah, and Coach McClurg's going to call a timeout. They really wanted to keep it on the floor.
Right. Now, what does that do for the position of the inbound? Do they come up to half court, or do they have to take it right in front of the bench where it went out?
In high school, it's always right where it is.
Okay.
So that's a little tougher, but Minster got a little bit of a break there, in that they have a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the Minster rebounder or the Parkway rebounder was trying to tip it to a teammate.
I think he was thinking that was the thing they wanted to do, but that's...
But now Minster, 1.7 is an eternity catch and shoot.
The big thing, if you can get the pass like to half court, 2 dribbles you can then shoot. If you have to pass it back into the backcourt, then you're going to be in trouble. So 1.7, and what has been a great ball game, but Minster still alive. They had the lead late. They had, I think, a 4-point lead with 4 and even 6-point lead with a couple minutes.
It's been a great second half. Great second half. Really a good second half and half of the second period once Minster kind of got their rhythm on offense. They cut that to a 4-point
So Niemeyer will inbound it. He can't move. He can't run the baseline here,
right.
Or the end line. Here they try to inbound it. Tough throw. And that's stolen away by Stearns, who's fouled immediately. And that will end the ball game. A great come from behind. Stern was inadvertently knocked down. Hopefully he's okay. I think he'll be all right. The Parkway Panthers pull out a come from behind win.
Yeah, Stern's ribs looks like he's hurting on that foul right there, but they got the job done. 53-51, Dave.
53-51. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back as the Parkway Panthers pull out a win, 53-51. It's both teams have shaken hands. Fans have filed out. Parkway fans are happy. Minster not so much, as Minster falls to 1-4 in the season. They lose a tough one tonight after coming off an overtime loss against Walpolk. They were led in scoring by Cole Richard with 16, Cole Albers with 13, Cole McClurg with 6, Logan Cooney with 7, Dylan Watercutter with 2, Ian Homan with 2, James Niemeyer with 8 to round out the scoring. Again for the Wildcats, it's Cole Richard with 16, Cole Albers with 13, James Niemeyer with 8, Cooney with 7, McClurg with 6. For the victorious Parkway Panthers as they win their first game of the season, they were led by Trevor Stearns with 13 points. Also, Braden Bruins had 6. He had a big 3. It was a go-ahead 3 late in the ball game. Also, Fletcher Smith with 11 points. Caden Berry with 10 points. Trent Rawlings with 7. Bryce Stearns with 2. So, again, it's Trevor Stearns with 13. Fletcher Smith with 11. Caden Berry with 10. Trent Rawlings with 7. Braden Bruns with 2. Minster will be back in action tomorrow night. They will be hosting Anna. We'll have that game on NKTelco Sports. Jeff Henshin will be on the call. Parkway wins their first game after losing the first 3, and Minster has now lost 4 in a row. For our final team numbers, Mr. Scott Fry.
So for the victorious visiting Parkway Panthers, 49.4% shooting from the floor overall, 37.5% shooting from three, 6 of 16 from beyond the arc, 18 of 47 total. They were 11 of 17, or 65% from the free throw line. 18 rebounds on the night to 34 from Minster, so Minster again cleaned the glass really well. And 7 turnovers for Parkway to 12 for Minster, so pretty cleanly played game that way. Shooting-wise for Minster, they shot 38% overall. They were 7 of 16 from beyond the arc for 44%. Obviously led there Cole Richard and McClurg shooting well outside. 7 of 10 from the free throw line for 70%. So the Minster shooting was a kind of tale of two halves. Really came alive in the second half. Cole Richard really kind of driving that. Very impressive.
Tough loss for Minster in that they really played well in the second half. It looked like they were going to get paid with a victory there, but Parkway kept battling, had a few breaks. The ball bounced the right way, and Braden Bruns nails a big three when they needed it there.
Absolutely, and also down at the other end, a big steal against Albers as Minster tried to get that ball in and get a bucket to take a 1-point lead, and Parkway knocks it away, immediately gets fouled, knocks down some free throws, and start the bus.
One more order of business. Our player of the game brought to you by NKTelco. We are going to go with, for Minster, sophomore Cole Richard.
Boy, well-deserved. He played very hard. Great defense in the first half. Trouble getting some clean looks. No points in the first half, but boy, welcome to the third quarter. What did he hang? 13? 15 in the third? 13, yeah.
16 total.
Finished with 16 total, but also some very key moments on defense and rebounding. So an all-around really great performance. Congratulations to Cole Richard, the NKTelco player of the game.
And congratulations to Parkway Panthers. They prevail in a great MAC battle, 53-51 on our First National Bank scoreboard. For our partner, Scott Fry, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.